Okay, so welcome to your executive briefing, Chief Strategy and Operations Officer. This is a big post. It's an executive post, a senior executive post, meaning there'll be executives under you. I want you to do more ordering, more delegation than you do work yourself. However, if it comes time to do the work, simply do it, simply because it's the responsibility that comes with the post. However, you're also in charge of recruiting personnel, so pretty soon I want you to just be a delegation type of authority, because that's what an executive is. In emergencies, calm down, but otherwise, delegate. Perfect. So, and secondly, as a briefing that I'm giving to all executives, your area must be in such control that I can come down simply because I want to, but I shouldn't have to come down into your area. Try to make sure that it's controlled without me coming down. A sign of danger or problems is if the CEO is now coming and doing the cleaner's job. It means that there's a problem in the organization, or the CEO is coming down and doing whoever's job. I'm supposed to just be doing the bigger deals, talking to the chickenings, talking to ZB Bank, talking to the presidential staff, which are all things that I'm doing right now. I'm supposed to be doing these bigger blows. I shouldn't come into the organization and start doing internal sales, something like this. So keep this in mind. Now, these are the departments that you're in charge of. The first one is the executive department, meaning all of the thought that goes into our organization, all the planning, all the strategy. This includes that planning section itself. Make sure that we're running on a plan that week, that month, that year, right? A strategic plan, and then smaller plans that fall under it. Make sure that the personnel are there in the executive postings. I'll also do that, but in terms of personnel, I want you to be the other person who's in charge of that. If I am not the CEO of the organization, you'll put a new CEO there so that we have executive strata, or executive personnel. Now, checklisting, right? We'll have to be going through checklists, or we'll have to be going through plans such that we can check that things are done, so that we can have overall bigger success. The nudging through, the following up that we have actually completed our organization's plan will be done by you, right? This includes myself, meaning if there's some executive action that I'm supposed to have been doing, you check in with me and you see how it has been going. Make sure that all the executive actions are actually being accomplished. All right, awesome. That's for the executive division or the executive department. Right? Anyone who's an executive, you're in charge of them, or you're responsible for them. Good. Now there's the personnel side, which is not executive necessarily, just overall personnel of the organization. You're in charge of procurement. So you'll be keeping your eye out, right? If you hear of someone, see something that you feel like would add to our organization or our power, you would let me know, and then you would try to hire the person upon approval of getting them into the organization. And yes, this part would be under you. Putting in place of people as a separate action would also be under you. If there's an odd placing where you feel like someone else's potential could be better used, you'd write to me, and then I'd do an approval, or I'd do a disapproval, and I'd tell you the reasoning behind that. But the placement of the skill within our organization, you'd be observing and making sure that people are placed correctly. Thirdly, making sure that the person who is in the place becomes qualified and they become the best at their job. If there's an accounts or a treasury person who doesn't know fully or properly accounts, you make sure that they are learning on their own, because we already have infinite resources, infinite free courses that will make you an expert at whatever that is that you're doing because of the age we live in. You make sure that they are learning on their own, and you also make sure that we as an organization are aware of the out-qualification, and we can then allocate money towards getting this guy his freaking degree or certificate or whatever that is needed, such that he's fully qualified and perfectly qualified for the job. You'll be observing for this, right? All of these jobs, I'm expecting you to soon get juniors, such that you're just delegating and you're just visiting areas so that their statistics are going up, yeah? But if there's no one there, it's exactly you. If there's no one to do the sales, exactly you must do the sales. All right? Perfect. Now good. That covers the personnel part. Now the sales and marketing part, which will give us the energy as an organization to move around and to execute our plans. Sales and marketing is under you. This means marketing strategy. I want you to be doing surveys in areas of bunches of people, learning what they are focusing on right now. What is your biggest problem in life? A recent survey that I did said that people's greatest problem, or the one they'll voice to you, is money. You use a person's greatest problem as a marketing tool. This means if they have a problem getting money, or they feel they have a problem getting money, the marketing campaign should be, are you having trouble getting money? Improve your image so that money comes more easily to you. Tonga Artistry. Or, are you tired of having money problems? Change the way people see you so that they release the money more easily to your pocket, whatever that is. That marketing strategy element will come from you. All these things I'll be observing, but past the point where you are trained, do not make me have to come down, because it takes away my executive time from nudging through that chicken in contract, nudging through that ZD bank contract, nudging through this whatever, doing this award show, visiting such and such government authority, which are all things that I do, and now I'm doing sales for internal. I mustn't come down to that. It becomes your responsibility. I will if needed, but realize that it's a sign of danger. It's a sign of danger if you see me in your area. It means that it's not covered. Materials, digital and otherwise. This means website, any brochures, any sort of promotional material we have or we need, I want you to be in charge of, so that the organization maintains healthy image and healthy ability to sell. Business cards, so on and so forth. I'll be helping at the beginning, but once you are briefed and fully into your post, I'll let go and I'll expect you not be coming down, because I'll expect you to have it covered on these materials as well. Now, for gross income, this is also you. This means sales guys are under you, and also you yourself, should it be needed, bypass those sales guys and make the sales yourself and do the gross income yourself. We need to be making income to increase the net worth of our organization, which is the overall point, right? Which is what will satisfy our sponsors and which will gain us more sponsors. And then also our transport money, our money for rent, our money for any payments will come from this gross income. And I'll be coming to you for this. You'll be nudging your salespeople, I'll be nudging you. Of course, we'll need to help each other at the end of the day. It is a team effort. However, I'm expecting this to be covered without me being there. And this encapsulates the sales and marketing aspect. That's the end of all of your duties. So there's the executive responsibility, the personnel responsibility, and the sales and marketing responsibility for the chief strategy and operations officer. That ends the briefing. A lot of figuring out will have to be done on your end, but the only reason I employed you is because you're a person who is capable of figuring it out. I have faith in you. Ask me for help if you need it. Ask me for any education if you need it. And we'll carry the organization from your post in this way.